What's up, fam? It's Sleepy of Sleepy's Planet, and I've got some more Moreparz clips to watch about Australia and just like nature in general. So let's see what's up.
Have you ever wondered what would happen if God took a seal, jammed it full of steroids, and gave it a mouthful of razors? The
Never.
answer is this fucking demon. And that demon has a name. It's a leopard seal.
Oh, I've heard about these
You can find
from
them stalking
Happy
the waters
Feet.
in Antarctica, and what makes them special is they are the only species of seal to be considered an apex predator.
Yeah,
What does
yeah,
that
no.
mean? They are so fucking scary that nothing hunts them. They are the fucking Dark Souls boss of their ecosystem.
Yeah, no, these are the scary ass dudes from.
And once you look at them, pretty easy to
Happy
see
Feet,
why,
yeah.
because to start with, they're fucking huge. Damn, boy, he's thick! They are 3 meters long and weigh in at 600 kilos. But the scary
Ooh,
thing about that
big
isn't that it's the
boy.
same weight as 3 grand pianos.
Big boy.
It's that despite being heavier than a vending machine, if it wanted to eat you, you would never see it
Oh, it's
or
got
hear it
stealth.
coming. See, this ocean dinosaur has 2 ways of hunting. The first is it'll wait for you to get in the water and swim you down at 40 kilometers an hour.
Oh, that's fast as fuck.
But the other way they hunt? Jump scares. Let me paint you a picture. You are a penguin walking across the ice with your buddies, and there's a crack that you need to hop across to continue. And so, bloke in front of you walks up to the edge, eyes the gap, goes to jump, and
See, I'm telling you, this is from Happy Feet. I know what I'm talking about. I fucking love Happy Feet.
yet the leopard seal that currently has your mate in his mouth has been patiently camping under the ice for the past 3 hours, waiting for you to get close enough to be snatched into the KFC bucket. And if the bite from the mouthful of combat knives doesn't finish
Yeah,
you,
you can miss me
the
with that,
seal
fam.
thrashing the body back and
Nope.
forth like a rag doll, skinning it alive and flinging its limbs all over the place as the other penguins watch, probably does.
Yeah, miss me with that, fam.
Did you know that whales can explode? Yeah, these bad boys
What?
can turn themselves into an all-natural IED, but they can't explode on command like a creeper. No, in order to pull or explode, it needs to be fucking dead first.
That makes no sense.
In
Okay,
fact,
explain it
it's
to me,
got to
man.
die in a very specific way. See, usually when a whale carks it, that fucker sinks like a stone and gets hoovered up by bottom feeders. But if it manages to wash up on shore, or it dies by beaching itself, there's nothing to eat it. No, what that house-sized corpse does do is sit there, frying in the fucking sun, starting to rot. Now, a fun fact about rotting corpses, they go through this cool process called putrefaction. Basically, all the bacteria in your gut start to break down your flesh,
Brother,
which produces a shitload of different gases. And if nothing punches a hole in the whale, that gas has nowhere to go. So the corpse begins to swell and inflate like a fucking balloon.
Nah, miss me with that, fam.
And it will fill with gas until its body can't fucking take it anymore, at which point it basically becomes a fucking boomer from Left 4 Dead. We got a boomer! The force of the gas can cause the skin to split and then Free
There's,
Willy explodes all over the fucking
There's
beach.
dudes in Resident
But,
Evil that explode too.
anyone touching it could cause it to explode as well. Which is why if you see a whale corpse on the beach,
Run.
whatever you do, do not fucking touch it.
Run.
Hey, I just told you, don't fucking touch.
Patrick, no. Patrick, no.
Wild sharks are taking drugs. Hey, recently, scientists
just
in
like
the
me for real.
Caribbean made quite possibly the most fucking terrifying discovery since the advent of the job application.
Yeah, they
You
just like me
see,
for real.
they were conducting a study on ocean pollution, and part of that study involved blood testing 28 sharks in the region. And when Shark RBT pulled 2 of Jaws' cousins over for a random test, they tested
Why do I
positive
feel like I've seen this
for
one?
cocaine. They also
What?
tested
That's
positive
okay.
for caffeine and pain.
That's I know that it's not real, but that's like Cocaine Bear. Have you guys seen Cocaine Bear, the movie? The bear that does cocaine, the like California like brown bear or black bear or whatever that does cocaine. That movie was sick as fuck. I'm not recommending it as like a good movie, but my friends and I used to do bad movie nights, and that's the type of shit that we would watch.
Killers. Which begs the question, how the fuck did a great white shark get great white blow? Well, no, they aren't doing a Narcos season in Bikini Bottom. No, sharks having the bloodstream of an
Great
Eshe
white
in a
blow.
nightclub is our fucking fault.
Of
You
course it
see,
is.
tourists
Fuck
and rich
humanity.
cunts absolutely love to swing their yachts into the Caribbean, throw parties, get shit-faced, and presumably fall into the water. And I don't know if you know this, but rich people do illegal shit, which is how some
Shit,
Wall
for real?
Street banker
For real, homie?
decides he wants to partake in
You
some
don't
nose
say.
beers, and in his excitement, knocks the rest of the devil's dandruff into the ocean.
Wait, they do
Jaws
actual
swims along,
cocaine?
thinks it's food, and takes a bite. And thus, hey,
Okay, I'm gonna be for real right now. I thought that when we talked about sharks doing cocaine, that we were talking about like, I don't know, like nature's cocaine, that there's gonna be like some kind of like natural drug. But no, sharks are just like straight up doing actual cocaine because rich assholes out on yachts have cocaine. That's fucked.
presto,
That's
coke sharks.
First
fucked.
time trying a cigarette? Let's chase the buzz.
This
Yeah, that's
fish
fucked.
has a gun. This bad boy is an archer fish, and based on
Fish
the
don't have
description, you'd
hands.
probably assume that Faye's fins here is found in the US, because, you know. But no, it may come as a shock to you, he's actually Australian. And now that you've got that piece of information, it should come as absolutely no fucking surprise to you when I tell you the reason it's packing heat is bugs. See, these bad boys love eating insects. And specifically,
Like
they quite enjoy
water
bugs found in the air
insects?
or on land. And as the 9,000 IQ individuals among you may have figured out, that's
Fish are
a
in the
problem
sea.
because it's a fucking fish.
Yeah.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water.
And last I checked, the motherfucker can't just swim through the air, which is why it's running a ranged build. But when I said gun, I meant less buying a deagle and more a super soaker. See,
Wait,
when an
is it a spitter?
archerfish spots a
Can you
happy
tell me
meal
it's a
hovering
spitter?
over the water, they will gently float their way up to just below the surface. They then lock onto their target, adjust for wind, and then
They spit.
suck in the water and spit it up to 3 fucking meters,
Hawk to a
nailing
girl.
the target.
Hawk to.
And as it turns out, water gun is a super effective move. Knocking the insect into the water, where the archerfish
Dude.
just swims over and grabs it like a fucking snack. The thing that cracks me up about this is that, yeah, they do it to put food on the table. They can also do it purely to fuck with people.
Oh yeah, they can just spit at people.
This is the world's most useless fish.
You stupid.
Yeah, mate, that aquatic pancake is a mola, found wasting its life in oceans around the world, and a contender for the most dog shit fish build in the 7 seas. You see, these things are
Big.
huge, measuring at 4 meters from
Oh, that's
fin to
much
fin,
bigger than I
and
thought.
absolutely atomizing the scales
Goddamn.
at 2,300
Goddamn.
kilos,
Big boy.
putting it firmly in the same weight class as a fucking F-150.
Big boy.
There is, however, a problem with that size. That is all it's good at. It spent every available stat point on being a giant floating satellite dish at the cost of spending its life as a useless fucking punching bag. To start with, The thing can't even swim properly. Their fins, specifically their tail, is tiny compared to the rest of their body, which makes them so shit at maneuvering. The only thing they can eat is jellyfish and plankton because those don't dodge. Speaking of food, you may have noticed that in all of these photos, its mouth is open. That's because it doesn't close. God has cursed the thing to permanently pog. Oh, but evolution is not done f***ing the sunfish yet. Because funnily enough, being the size of the average American meal, while having the defensive capabilities of a Tickle Me Elmo, makes these things perfect targets for predators. Most of the time, animals just take f***ing bites out of them, realize they taste like shit, and then swim off, leaving a hole in their head, which somehow doesn't kill them.
Fucking nature, my dudes.
Ibuprofen? I got a headache.
That disgusting flavor is probably due to the 50 fucking parasite species living on its body, but flavor doesn't matter to sea lions, who will rip their fucking fins off and play frisbee with them. And if you thought it couldn't get any worse, they will often swim to the surface to warm themselves up and let birds eat the parasites off of them, where they are promptly hit by a boat.
Dude.
Their only saving grace is that they don't process pain because their brain is the size of a testicle. They are blissfully unaware that they spend their entire
IQ just like me
life
for real,
getting
fam.
jumped. Like that. Like that. The Kraken is a real
little
animal,
guys.
just not the one you think it is.
Who's that Pokemon?
You see, when people hear tales of the Kraken, they assume that a bunch of sailors in the oldie times got absolutely shit-faced
colossal
and
squid
ran
are
into
real
a giant
things.
squid. And to be fair, that's
They're just
not
really
a
deep in the
terrible
ocean, I
assumption.
think.
Giant squid are f***ing kaiju-sized, coming in at 12 meters in length and 900 kilos in weight.
Oh,
So the
big
assumption that they
boy.
saw that shit and
Big
rightly
boy.
assumed sea monster isn't too far-fetched. However, there is a rather large hole in that giant squid theory. They don't live anywhere near the surface.
Yeah, nah.
They live down. Way
Under
down.
the sea.
Owning real
Under
estate
the
at a
sea.
depth
Yeah.
of 1,000 meters below sea level in the twilight zone. So if these sailors didn't see Squidward's roided out brother, how the f*** do you explain the books of corroborating tales of long, tentacle-like appendages sticking out of the sea? Well, the answer is whales. But, where is the tentacle
Whale,
on a
whale,
whale?
whale.
Well, you see,
Whale,
during
whale,
breeding
whale.
season, blue whales reproduce by, conducting a locomotive on female whales.
Wait a second. Are we actually saying right now that whales have orgies on top of krakens? On top of like colossal squids? Look, we don't kink shame here on Sleepy's Planet, but like, where's the consent? Where's the consent?
And in order to keep this train running on the tracks, male whales must wait their turn. And while waiting in the lobby,
Wait, they got
in order
fucking
to
Bonnie
stay prepared,
Blued?
the males tend to
Ain't no way,
raise their
fam.
gentleman's sausage out
Ain't
of the water
no way, fam.
and wave it around in the air. And the special sausage on a blue
God.
whale is around 3 meters long and 14 inches thick. So
Holy
sailors
shit.
who thought they were seeing a mythical monster from the depths
We're
were
seeing whale cock.
more than likely just seeing a pot of whales hitting weapon inspect on their schmeat. Yeah.
That's my favorite clip so far. That's fantastic.
Scientists have created
Thank you,
a new
Ocean.
fish. And the best part is that it was a fucking accident. You see, this is a sturtlefish. And it
Oh,
is
that
found
poor bastard.
absolutely fucking nowhere in the wild. No, this genetic accident is a nature mod produced exclusively in a single facility in Szarvas, Hungary. You see, the sturtlefish is a cross between the Russian sturgeon and the American paddlefish. And in the wild, the only way that hookup's happening is Discord, because they live on opposite sides of the fucking planet.
Hello, princess.
Not the Discord
This
couple, the
ain't
E
the wild.
couple.
This is Hungary's Fishing and Aquaculture Institute, Haki, where a group of researchers is trying to figure out how the fuck to repopulate the critically endangered Russian sturgeon using a neat trick called gynogenesis. But, what the fuck is that? Well, you see, usually, when sturgeons reproduce, the females lay a shitload of eggs in the water, which are then, fertilized by the males. This fertilization requires two of the same species to tango, with 50% of the offspring DNA being contributed from the egg and 50% from the source. In gynogenesis, 100% of the offspring's DNA is contributed by the mother. Now, because sturgeons can't do this naturally, the researchers hatched a plan. They would take sperm from the far less endangered American paddlefish and microwave that shit with UV radiation, destroying the DNA it carries, but still allowing it to stimulate the egg into growing without the father's DNA, and thus, gynogenesis. But, there's a problem. The paddlefish was just a little too genetically similar to the sturgeon, and they did not leave the swimmers in the microwave long enough.
They, like, interbred them.
So instead of a bunch of perfect little sturgeon babies, we got the sturtlefish, which is a literal genetic dead end.
Bastard.
It is incapable of reproducing. I feel bad for it. It was an accident
bastard.
and it gets no bitches. Abysmal existence, RNG.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it.
This fish will choke you. Just
That
not
looks like
the
an
way you
eel.
think. See, this is a hagfish found worldwide under the sea, and this thing
Yeah,
has
that looks
one
like
of the
an
most
eel. I would know. There's eels in Samoa.
disgusting defense mechanisms on the planet.
I know what eels look like.
You see,
My
when I
dudes.
say choke, you probably think I mean they loop that pool noodle-shaped body around your neck and squeeze.
That
You
is
are
what I
wrong.
thought.
No, these guys are piss-weak scavengers that average out to about the size of a Subway footlong, and despite having a fucking face hugger for a mouth, their main defense mechanism is, busting. You see,
Busting.
as you can probably tell by looking at him, these bad boys are slimy. Really slimy.
Yeah,
And when
disgusting.
threatened, they use it as a fucking weapon.
Ugh.
Whenever something tries to eat them, they kick the slime production into overdrive, secreting a protein that instantly converts the surrounding ocean water into thick, sticky sludge in
Oh.
half a second. And I mean, you know, a load like that in half a second, incredibly
Nature and biology
impressive.
is
Nothing to be
crazy
embarrassed
sometimes.
about at all. This slime then seeps into and clogs the gills of their predators,
Oh
suffocating them to death.
my god.
Then having literally
Hardcore as
slimed their
fuck.
ops, they whip out an Uno reverse card and fucking eat them.
That's hardcore as
Australia
fuck.
just found a new shark. And of course, being from the land down under, it's fucking weird. Introducing the brand new Western Australian lantern shark. As
That
the name
ugly
suggests,
motherfucker.
discovered by a team of scientists off the coast of Western Australia. Now, as with the overwhelming majority of weird shit in the ocean, the
Oh, it's like a
Ozempic shark
blobfish,
here
right?
is found in the deep sea, sharing a postcode with the anglerfish, that one xenomorph shark, and now, despite the word shark making most people think of something a little closer in size to, I don't know, Bruce, Slenderman's fish sonar over here only grows up to 30 centimeters. This little guy shares a weight class with a fucking foot long. But I mean, honestly, I still personally think 30 centimeters is way too big. He could be just as good as the other sharks if he was, you know, let's just say 3 inches. However, other than being built like a fishy USB cable and owning a property in rock bottom, what makes him so weird? Simple. He fucking glows.
Throwing flashbang.
I mean, that makes sense
But
for like the deep
fucking
ocean. A
what?
lot of things are
Well, you see, these
bioluminescent.
bad boys are found in the twilight zone of the ocean, around 1.2 kilometers below the surface. A place so
It's not even
fucking
halfway
far
down the ocean, too.
It sees less sunlight than the inside of a gacha addict's room. And so, lantern sharks evolved bioluminescence on their gills and fins in order to fucking communicate with one another. The glow is the
sick as
evolutionary
fuck.
equivalent of a
Like
fucking
American
indicator,
Sign Language
showing that a
flowing.
literal abyss shark is more intelligent than your average BMW driver. This is the world's oldest shark.
We got a boomer.
But how old actually is it? This absolute fossil
Okay,
over here is
boomer.
the Greenland shark. And this may come as a shock to you, but the Greenland shark
Is not from
is
Greenland.
found in fucking Greenland, man.
Oh, it is found in Greenland.
And with Grandpa Shark here coming in at a fucking kaiju size 6 meters in length and a literal
boy.
fucking ton in weight, this
Big boy.
senior citizen probably worked with Godzilla back in his fucking day. But how senior is senior? Well, you might be expecting me to say something along the lines of, 100 years, maybe 150 years, right? Try higher. No, not 200. Close, but not 300 either.
Chocolate.
No,
Oh, fuck.
the Greenland shark can live up to 500 fucking years.
For fuck's sake, my
You know,
dudes.
I don't think you understand how old that is. So, to put it in perspective, this is Bob. Bob has just turned 500. Here is a
Happy
list
birthday,
of things
Bob.
this has lived through. All 8 of King Henry's divorces, the invention of chocolate,
I remember when they first invented chocolate.
Shakespeare's entire lifespan, the Boston Tea Party, the signing of the Declaration of Independence and the founding of the United States, the colonization of Australia, the Industrial fucking Revolution, the invention of the light bulb
History's
and the
crazy.
adoption of electricity,
When you
the
realize that
Titanic becoming
all
a
this has
submarine,
happened in the last
World
500
War I,
years.
the Great Depression, World War II, the Vietnam War, the fucking moon landing, and the
Bob's
invention
seen
of the
some
internet.
shit.
The first episode of SpongeBob. Schlatt's Crimes in 99. 2001. The invasion of Iraq. The global financial crisis. The death of Harambe. Australia
Harambe.
catching fire. The virus. And it's still with us today to watch fucking TikTok. I don't think you understand just how old sharks are.
We got a boomer.
See, I'm not just talking individual
And not
sharks.
just Bob.
Hammerheads, Bruce from Nemo, Jeff. Your average shark lives anywhere between 20 to 80 years. Nothing all that special. I'm talking sharks as a species. Because as a concept, sharks are fucking one-tricks. They have mained this class through every single balance adjustment Earth has thrown at them. From climate change, to the Ice Age, to that time God decided to punt a rock at Barney the dinosaur. Yeah, when it comes to prehistoric shark species, most people think of the megalodon. That big boy the size of a kaiju that was swimming around in the ocean around 26 million years ago. Which might sound like a long time, but as far as sharks go, this thing's a fucking zoomer. Go back around
yeah.
250 million years to the early Triassic, before the literal dinosaurs, and you'll find
Wait,
Helicorpion.
sharks are
A shark
older than
with a
dinos?
buzzsaw for a mouth. 250 not far back enough for you? Go back around 300 million years, and you will
I
find
did not know. This is new
Adestus,
information to me.
the fucking pog shark. And if that is still not far
Pog
back
shark.
enough, you can go all the way back, right to the beginning, to the first recognizable shark, Doliotis problematicus, at
That can't be his name.
410 million
That can't be his
years
name.
old. Sharks have existed for 4
You gotta be
times
capping.
longer than Saturn has had f***ing rings. The first tree only sprouted out of the ground 385 million years ago. That means
Sharks are,
that
like,
for 25
ancient. Like, ancient,
million
ancient.
years, Groot's great-great-grandfather was sat in God's drafts while this f***er chased Nemo.
Oh, fuck. Well, that's all I've got for you guys today. If you like this content, I don't know, like, subscribe, come back, and shit. Yeah, that's it. Peace.